Hello, and welcome back to Simple English Learning. Today, we're going to talk about a skill that many advanced English learners find challenging: listening. You might be able to read complex articles and write beautiful sentences, but when a native speaker talks quickly, you feel lost. Why is this? Well, real-life English is different from a textbook. It's full of informal phrases, slang, and reductions, and it's delivered at a speed that can feel overwhelming. The key to unlocking this next level isn't just listening more, it's listening smarter. That's why today we're not going to talk about grammar or vocabulary. Instead, I'm going to share a powerful method for improving your advanced listening skills: learning through real-life stories. We'll use a simple, authentic story to show you how to train your ear, understand the psychology of spoken English, and start hearing not just the words, but the meaning behind them. Part 1. The Psychology of Listening. Before we dive into the story, let's understand why we struggle. When we listen to a formal English lesson, the speaker is usually talking slowly and clearly, but in real life, people speak naturally. They connect words, they pause, they use emotion. Our goal is to train our brain to stop trying to hear every single word and start listening for the flow of ideas. Think of it like a river. You don't need to see every drop of water to know that it's a river. You just need to follow the general direction and feel the current. Spoken English works the same way. The best way to do this is with authentic, engaging content. A great story is perfect because it gives your brain a context, an emotional connection, and a reason to keep listening. Part 2. A real-life story. I'm going to tell you a short, simple story about a situation that happened to me last week. Listen once without trying to understand every word. Just try to get the general idea. Okay, so last Tuesday, I was walking down the street, just minding my own business. It was a beautiful day, sunny and warm. Suddenly, I noticed a small dog sitting by itself on a bench. He looked really sad. He had a little tag on his collar, and I could see his name was Buddy. He was just sitting there, not moving. I waited for a couple of minutes, thinking his owner would show up, but no one did. So I walked over to him and spoke in a quiet voice. I said, "Hey there, Buddy, are you lost?" He just wagged his tail a little bit. I gave him a little scratch behind the ears, and he seemed to like that. I didn't know what to do. I was about to call the number on his tag when suddenly a little girl came running up. She was crying and shouting, "Buddy, Buddy!" It turns out Buddy had gotten loose from her backyard and had run all the way to the park. The little girl was so happy to see him, and she gave me a big hug. It was a nice feeling to help them out, you know. A small story, but it made my whole day. Okay, that's the story. Now let's unpack it. Part 3. The Deep Listening Method. This is where the magic happens. We're going to use this story to practice a powerful listening technique. You'll need to listen to the story again, but this time, you'll be listening for specific things. Step 1. Listen for reductions and connected speech in natural, fast speech. We don't pronounce every word separately. We link them together. This is called connected speech, and it's a major reason why learners struggle. Listen to this phrase again. Down the street. A native speaker doesn't say down the street. It sounds more like down the street, I'll run. Together. Another example. Didn't know what to do. The did not becomes didn't, and what to becomes wanna. In very fast speech, didn't know what to do can sound like didn't know what to do. It's not about the individual words anymore, it's about the sound pattern. Listen to the story 1 more time and try to notice where I connect my words. Don't worry about understanding the meaning, just focus on the sounds. Step 2. Listen for intonation and emotion. Intonation is the music of the language. It tells you about the speaker's emotions and what they think is important. Listen to how I said, "He looked really sad." My voice dropped on sad to convey that emotion. Now listen to, "A little girl came running up." The word running has a higher pitch, and the voice quickens to show the urgency and excitement of the moment. The speaker's tone and pitch will give you clues about the meaning, even if you don't catch every word. This is a crucial skill for advanced listening. Step 3. Listen for phrases and idioms. Native speakers don't talk in single words. They use common phrases and idioms. Trying to understand these word by word is a mistake. You have to learn them as a whole unit. In my story, I said, "just minding my own business." This phrase means I wasn't looking for trouble or getting involved in anything. You can't understand it by just looking up minding, my, own, and business. You have to know the phrase as a whole. Another example is, "It turns out." This is a common way to introduce a surprising piece of information. The best way to learn these is through stories and real conversations, where you can see and hear them in context. Part 4. Your action plan. What's your plan moving forward? Find a story you love. It could be a short podcast, a YouTube video, or a segment from a talk show. Make sure it's a topic you find interesting. Listen actively. Listen to the story a few times. First time. Just listen for the general idea. Second time. Listen for connected speech. What words are linked together? Third time. Focus on intonation and emotion. What do you think the speaker is feeling? Practice shadowing. This is a powerful technique. Listen to a short sentence or a phrase from the story, then pause, and repeat it, trying to imitate the speaker's rhythm, speed, and intonation exactly. This helps your mouth and your brain get used to the natural flow of English. Tell the story yourself. Try to retell the story you just heard in your own words. Use some of the phrases or idioms you noticed. This is the ultimate test of your listening comprehension and speaking fluency. Remember, advanced listening isn't about memorizing. It's about adapting. By using real-life stories, you're not just learning English. You're learning how English is actually used in the real world. Thank you so much for joining me today on Simple English Learning. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and share it with a friend who's also learning. And let me know in the comments what kind of stories you'd like to hear next. Until next time, keep listening and keep learning.